Hello, this is Kate from Clear Blue Tarot, and it's been a while. It's been a month since I posted something. So I was driving here today to the space, and I was thinking maybe I should do like a reading like I did for New Year's, which was sort of just a message. And I am not comfortable really doing these. I'd much rather read the cards because then the message is laid out for me and I don't have to kind of go into my own being to talk. But I feel like, you know, we're all connected, we're all one, and my experience is, you know, reflected in the collective. And anyway, so I was driving here thinking about if I was going to do that, and a hawk flew next to my car and hovered like along the highway, just guiding me, helping me see that yes, that was the right decision. And that's one of the ways that I get answers from the universe is through animals. So I took it as a sign. So I've made some notes to make it a little easier for me to remember what I want to talk about. So the reason that I took a little break, I was kind of forced to take a little break, is I had a few things in my life that really caused a lot of upheaval. And, you know, I wish everyone knew the tarot so that I could tell people, oh my God, I had 3 towers, because that's what it was. It was 3 towers all at once. My job has been really falling apart because I am an esthetician and massage therapist for how I earn my money. And with COVID, you know, just the clients have just been petering out. People are watching the news and frightened, understandably, of the COVID situation, and they just haven't wanted to come in and remove their mask and be in the environment that I work in to get treatments. So I had to make a decision to take a leave of absence because I was going there, you know, finding a place for my son, going there and sitting around and only seeing a smattering of clients just wasn't worth my time and energy. So I took that leave of absence. And because I've been collecting unemployment, my money is down. So I made the decision to give up my apartment. So while I was packing up my stuff for my apartment, I got COVID. So all the people that had been supposed to come and help me get my stuff donated and put out in the trash and packed and organized and everything, no one could come. And I had to do it on my own while I was sick. So that was especially difficult. So now, because I know tarot, I know now that I'm entering into the period of time as the star energy, which is the healing energy. And I'm starting to really feel that. I had some adventures along the way of my move. Because I was moving in with my parents, I could not go there right away. They wanted me to get a negative test, so my son and I went and stayed in like a motor lodge, a Howard Johnson's motor lodge in the city where my parents live, and that was interesting because I thought there was some honeymooners next door, and it wasn't until I checked out after I had told, you know, some people on the phone, oh my gosh, there's some honeymooners next door. And they know my town, where my parents live and stuff. And when I finally got out of there, they're like, yeah, Kate, I don't think that was honeymooners. I think someone was working next door. And I was like, ew. And my son kept asking me, he's 10, what's going on? I'm like, oh, jumping on the bed. I kept joking, you know, about that, you know, so that was funny. But the other good part, I mean, not that was the good part, that was the bad part, but the good part about staying there was, you know, alone time before getting plunged back into my family dynamics. And also there's a huge tub, so plenty full of hot water, huge tub. I bought Epsom salts. I took like 2 tubs a day, and my son and I got like really good takeout. It was just like indulgent few days. So then I moved into my parents. Okay. So now I'm healing there, which is difficult because, of course, my family dynamics bring up a lot of stuff from my childhood, unresolved things. But I've been doing a lot of light work this year. I've been working with a woman in Minneapolis named Michelle Mayama, who is a soul healer. And so we've been doing soul retrievals, we've been doing chakra work and aura mending, and she has found a lot of different damage and injuries and problems that we've resolved this whole year of the COVID time. I really focused on that, and I did a bunch of soul retrieval and kind of reintegrated parts of myself from past lives that were separated. I'm also now working with a man named Gareth from True Spiritual Awakening, and he does Shaktipat light transmissions. So I've been filling myself with this light, and that's been causing me to have so much light in my head. It was even happening before I was going to him, but it's intensified. It wakes me up in the night. I've been having dreams about light codes. I guess I've figured out that's what they were. Things being written in gold light on white backgrounds by beings in my dreams. And I've been hearing voices that very clearly in a dream tell me something that wakes me up and makes me have to write it down. And the next day I have to kind of figure it out. The one that happened this week was, it said, in that light, nobody finds his voice. And so I take that to mean in that light, in that white light, that pure light that is our consciousness, that is our connectedness, our unity, God consciousness, in that light, nobody, which means you, when you've detached from the ego, nobody finds his voice. So it's your true voice inside, this true voice of the light, or this consciousness that, you know, is pure love and very much aware of who we truly are. So I've been working on that, but in the process of having all this light come in, anything that's unresolved within us comes up to the surface. And so just in this past couple of weeks of being at my parents' house, I call my sister the Buddha because she's been there a long time. And my dad is very ill. My dad has a feeding tube and he's on a lot of medication. And, you know, between my sister and my mom, they take care of him. And it's a two-family. So downstairs is living my mother's sister and my mother's sister-in-law, and they're both also sick with cancer. And so there's a lot of sickness in the house. And it makes people tense. It makes people sort of have very bad moments of stress. There's been a lot of emergencies. There's been a lot of near death, and it's making everyone confront their own stuff, but they're not really on a path, so it's just chaotic. And so my sister, I call her the Buddha because she just cooks and cleans and sweeps and takes care and tries to maintain her calm, and she really does. She's like the eye of the storm. And I moved in and I was not like that. And all of a sudden, my shadow side was rearing. I was getting filled with rage, anxiety, you know, I was regressed. I was having a lot of pains in my body. And I decided to do what Michelle and Gareth had both been advising through. With Gareth, he does have a YouTube site, True Spiritual Awakening, and he talks about this there, and Michelle has been helping me one-on-one. About filling the house with white light, maintaining the boundaries of my particular space and going to my space when I need protection from other people's energies so that I don't just take them on and become like this spongy empath. And then also I've done some amazing healing work of the actual space, just removing negative stuff that is in the building. And so I've kind of taught myself, by feeling so much better from having done this, I've taught myself of some new powers and blessings that I didn't realize that I could access. And I'm really, really trying to focus on this spiritual path and the blessings and the lessons that come from a less than perfect circumstance, and trying to stay in that gentle, peaceful energy that will allow me to not get dragged into other people's mood, energy, whatever is going on with them. So it's quite challenging, But now I feel already so different. I'm coming in here for the first time since all this has happened, and I'm gonna start the readings after this. I'm gonna shut this off now and start with my next reading. I finished with Taurus the last time, so today will be Gemini. I'm gonna start, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if the readings are different in any way. So thank you for tuning in to hear what's up with me, if you have, and I will get started. Thank you. Namaste.